TexAF, the ultimate horror, wrestling deathmatch and action figure podcast, starts now.
Yes, motherfuckers, we back live on YouTube, and it's a special joyous occasion. This is the 1-year anniversary of the TexAF side project, and just like the rib that I played on Hoodcast when I said I was leaving the show to start TexAF, I actually got Dirty Ron McDonald this time. It's not just a fake meme saying I have him. We have Dirty Ron McDonald in this motherfucker.
Absolutely.
Yo, what's cracking, y'all? What's cracking? Am I the thing on?
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet fucking the baddest clown in every motherfucking town. Back up in here, raw, uncensored, and uncut, except for my dick, because I am Jewish. So I did get snipped. You know what I'm saying? But here we are, ready to rock, man. Fucking, I know we've been trying to do this for a minute. Jail been catching me up here and there.
Yeah,
so.
I was just about to say, like, I remember I did discuss doing this show with you, like, probably about this time last year, and then there were some controversies in the independent wrestlings. There was some legal issues which we don't really need to touch on. That's between you and the law. But you know what? Let's get into this motherfucker because we're live on YouTube and we're gonna hit you with the big question. So I know a lot of people out here watching. There's the Murder, Death, Kill Club, the Outlaw Mud shows. And about this time last year, you got into some trouble for, it was GCW and some sort of COVID disease.
So, the COVID tests, yeah.
Yeah, fucking 100%. I was working with Brett for a minute. Straight up, he asked, like we were there at the show. There were a couple guys that were there that didn't get COVID tests. And I don't even really think anybody was there looking. I think he was really just kind of trying to cover his bases. But he asked, unbeknownst to me, he asked if anybody there was proficient in Photoshop. And my wife is. She makes our flyers. So my wife made a couple fake COVID results for a couple wrestlers that were there, straight up. And, see, here's the thing. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It wasn't that big of a deal at all. And I breaking that news, which 100% true. By the way, when they put out a news article, some dumb bullshit article, they asked wrestlers that weren't the wrestlers that were the COVID tests were made for. They're like, "Hey, Joey Janela, did Brett ever do anything like that?" He's like, "No, I had my COVID test result." So the whole thing was silly. I was working with Brett for a while, and fucking, he ended up I don't know, it just kind of fucking fell out. But we did a few co-promoted shows together, and long story short, he called a couple guys I had booked for some shows like the night before my show, got them to cancel my booking that they had for a couple months to do his LA fight shows. And I was like, well, that's some underhanded shit. It's not cool. It's not some shit the promoters should be doing to each other, especially, hey, who cares? We quit working together. So what? There wasn't a bad falling out at all. They just, we quit doing shows out in San Diego.
Were you like a key move, like a key person to help them get like the LA shows, like at the Ukrainian Sports Center and stuff?
Not that one. The first venue that they had in LA, it was a warehouse. I think it was might have been January 2018, even early 2018 maybe. Okay. But I was going to be running a couple weed vendor events at this warehouse, and through the grapevine I was able to hook them up with that venue, and then any of these traveling promotions do, it's gonna be better for business if they're able to bring guys out, bring a group of guys out, book them for a day, pay for some of their flight, get somebody to cover the flight back. And that's what GCW did very well. And I wanted to help facilitate that because I thought it would help my promotion down in San Diego. Because if we're bringing these guys in on the reg, which we were, that would give us a little bit more clout down here. San Diego's not really an independent wrestling town. Never has been, never will be.
Yeah.
Not even for Lucha Libre. But, we were testing that out for a hot minute. And I was talking with Brett while the pandemic was happening. They were the last independent wrestling show to run a live show with an audience before the shutdown. We were the first to run it safely, spread out. We did these parking lot wrestling shows in May 2020 through the summer. And, so it was something that we were working together, and I don't even know why shit didn't really work out anymore. I was still down to book all those guys, and like some of the guys were saying that Brett was saying I was cheap, and like, hey, everybody's trying to save a buck, like,
yeah.
I was never cheap. He always got the flights or whatever, and then I paid him back, something like that. But I was trying to work deals where I was like, hey, what if I do this instead of this? It was like I was always trying to work a deal. Who isn't trying to work a deal? I'm not trying to get fucked. So
do you think like playing like the internet plays a role in that, and people, because you're pretty boisterous online, and some of the groups and stuff. Do you think that plays a role into people, thinking other things and listening to other people? Because whatever's on the internet's permanent, right? I don't fucking know.
Well, I got some dick pics out there that haven't elevated service yet. Nobody wants to see clown pubes, though. Straight up, I mean, like,
but they will take the silly string.
What's that?
They don't want to see clown pubes, but they'll take the silly string all day.
No, you ever see that clown's rainbow wig? That's what my pubes look like. No, fucking. What was the question? Oh, the internet.
Yeah.
Fucking, the internet's not a real place.
It's not.
If like here's what we are having a case of. I started wrestling in 2000 when we still had to tell people it was real or legitimate or whatever.
Yeah.
Before everybody was in on it being a show, and before everybody had suck each other's dick and play this fucking pander game on the internet. I started when people were still like having to fight for spots and shit like that, and you tried to be over the top. You wanted to go out there and be noticeable. I mean, look, I wear a bandana, I got a hat, my little braids going on here. I wear a fucking fanny pack. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to stand out, like that's our fucking job. And we've just been caught in this little era of everybody's best friends. Nobody wants to be, say things that are controversial that might get them to fucking look at. Hey man, look, if anybody believes shit that people say online, they're just stupid.
Yeah.
And I think I take advantage of that in a way that, I mean, like, look, today, we're live, right? Well, today, CZW's Junkyard show got shut down.
Yeah.
And in one of the groups, they were like, "Oh, who fucking did it?" And I was like,
"Right, yeah."
I was like, "Dirty Ron did it," right? Like, because fuck it, man. And
they went after
believes
you.
That.
Yeah. Well, you got guys. You got guys like Shittin' Mittens that hang out with Double D, Danny DeMonto, who sits there and he goes on the internet. And then he's got his whole little clique that hangs out with him ringside. And they're the ones that sit there and they run these fucking pages that just sit there and run down. They made it toxic as fuck to me. Like, I'm like, wrestling, you're supposed to have like the characters that are controversial, the guy that's supposed to get a reaction out of you. But yet they don't want that. They want like the grab ass, rub your balls club, Everybody should be hugging it out. Like it's just shit.
Here's the thing. We can all be part of the same clique. We can all kick it afterwards. But I roll with a quick clique in XPW that are all legitimate badass dudes. And not that we're going out there fucking people up or fucking our wives up or whatever the case is, Sometimes a bitch might catch a fucking smack in the face. No, I'm just kidding. But
you after once already, goddamn it.
His name's Danny DeManti. I want to smack that bitch up straight up. But no, like the era of not being able to go and have fun. I produce shows. I've been producing shows since 2007. I've been wrestling since 2000. Had my debut in 2001. I've wrestled hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of matches. And here's what I found out. The way I produce shows, I produce them for people that used to like wrestling. They on our posters, it doesn't even have a promotion name. It says Live Pro Wrestling. Why? Yeah. It also says Get Drunk and Heckle. Why? Because we want people that want to come have a good time, get some drinks, yell at some motherfuckers, have a good time. Shit, dog. Last Saturday at my show, me and Terex main evented the show with a fucking, ready, tug of war. Okay? And let me tell you, these people were fucking going nuts. Like it was like that Ring of Honor, like
you were instantly over.
Dirty round. Let's go Tex. That shit, man. For a fucking tug of war.
Yeah, I see you do a lot with Terex. I know he's a SoCal guy. I know I've seen him do some stuff with Marvin, Mr. Cali, back in the day. But I see you do a lot of stuff with it, which brings me to the San Diego Pier. The fucking elbow drop into the water, dude. And just the greatest line that you said when you got out of the water. And they're like, hey, we need to talk to you. Hold on. I got to go finish this match real quick, and I'll be right with you. And that shit just killed me. I'm like, that shit should have been on TMZ. I was like, that's the viral shit that should be fucking popping, dude.
Bro, listen. I make moments, okay? I tell you what. Love me or hate me, you're loving or hating a character that has been well crafted. And you know what? And y'all don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows me. I keep it very fucking tight to the chest. But here's reality. I know what my job is as a comedian and a wrestler is to make moments. Make unforgettable fucking moments. And you know what? I've done that. I feel like I've done it. If today was the last day I'm ever involved in anything wrestling, I'd be able to say I have a very satisfying career in wrestling through running shows, making moments, cutting a promo on Monday Night Raw. Vince McMahon telling me I did a good job that night. Bro.
I was just going to say that. Like, you actually have some WWE moments that we've all witnessed on national television.
How did that go down?
Joey Janela ain't got no shit on Monday Night Raw. You know?
Dude, he couldn't even hold his job at AEW. No offense to Janela, but he's sometimes a troll, and I've dealt with him on the internet as a troll. But, like, I mean, WWE is kind of why people get into the business. It's just for that moment. That's like, nobody grew up saying, like, I want to be a star of this secondary company. Everybody went in because Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Roddy Piper.
So, but that moment was that we're talking about in question is you with Braun Strowman. And how did that come about?
Well, Braun Strowman's a bitch. No, he is the biggest, strongest person I've ever been around, bar one. And I got a story. Really, the story's better about this than it is that. Braun Strowman, big guy. You're less than 100 matches in at that point. October 10th, 2016, Braun Strowman versus Splash Brothers. But here's a better story. I was backstage probably 6 months after that, you know, as an extra, just kicking it. Now I got some friends up there, whatever. A lot of them aren't there anymore, whatever. Fucking. So I'm backstage. We're at the Anaheim Pond, whatever they call it, the Honda Center in Anaheim. Yeah. Where they had WrestleMania 12, I think. And fucking in catering in most modern arenas, it's in its own room. Okay, like Staples Center, big ass room, right? For catering. But it's smaller arenas, such as the Pond. They have like a big area for catering, but it's like it's sectioned off by like big wooden tables, big round wooden tables, right? Mm-hmm. So here I am on the side of not catering, and on the side of catering, you know, there's wrestlers eating. You know, I'm just having a conversation. All of a sudden, bow! A fucking table hits me in the hip. Okay, and brothers, I fucking woof. I whip my goddamn head around because I'm like, I'm pissed, right? Because like, bam, the fuck is this table doing hitting me so goddamn hard? And I turned around, pissed as a motherfucker. All of a sudden, my face went to like, because it was none other than the most physically imposing specimen on God's green earth that I've ever seen, Brock fucking Lesnar. And Lesnar, well, I don't know why he was pushing the goddamn table, but he pushed to me, and I was like, I'm pissed. And within 0.2 of a cunt of a hair of a millisecond, I turned around, and my fucking expression was like, right? Because I was like, and then I tried to make myself invisible. I'm very visible. But like at that time, I tried to turn myself invisible because I did not want this beast of a man, this fucking man shark, to look me the wrong way and come my way. Because I tell you what, there are 2 times in my adult life that I shit myself a little turd nugget right in my little drawer. And that's when a seal popped up from 4 feet from me in the ocean, scared a turd nugget out of me, and Brock Lesnar, the only two beings on this earth. And they both kind of bark the same. Arr, 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 arr. So, you know.
I don't know, like every time I've heard Lesnar like talk like candidly, he always has like a little kid voice to me. Like he sounds like fucking Spanky from like Little Rascals. But then you're like, this dude could probably fucking kill me.
Oh, dude. So here's one of the bits I'm working on. I'm not going to do it here necessarily, but some people respect people for how much money they make or their stature or their title or anything like that. The way that I automatically respect people is if he could rape me if he wanted to. If he could take me and fuck me in the ass if he wanted to do that, then I got to respect him. And Brock Lesnar is one of those people that could fuck me in the ass if he wanted to. You know, So automatic respect.
Well, no,
to anybody like Brock Lesnar.
At that point,
me if they wanted.
At that point, it wouldn't be him fucking you in the ass. It's just you backing onto it, just working it on there. Like you don't have to do anything.
Let me tell you, if Brock Lesnar was fucking me in the ass, straight up, I would push back as hard as I could because I want it to be over quickly.
You want that quick F5?
I'm fucking I want F5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll jiggle his balls. I'll put a finger up there. Doug, Brock Lesnar is gonna get the farm boy treatment from me. I'm gonna treat him like his best sheep. You know, I'm gonna just keep backing up like we're on the edge of a mountain or some shit. Because Brock Lesnar's coming as quickly as humanly possible from me, because I'm not trying to get fucked in the ass for too long.
And so, like going back to like you're a comedian. You do a lot of stand up comedy and stuff. And I've even watched your YouTube quite a bit here and there. And you talk to other comedians and stuff. How long and when did you start doing comedy?
Well, I guess the first time that I got on the stage to do stand up comedy ish was like 2009. But I quickly started writing songs. Me and my cousin and I. We formed a band called the Beach Bum Alcoholics, and we toured the country opening up for Afro Man because they got hot. Because they got hot.
Yeah.
And we toured with them for like 2.5 years. So I was doing comedy music to start for years, traveling the country, and then we did our own couple tours. And when we broke up in 2014, I started doing stand-up where I was writing traditional jokes and, you know, not doing musical comedy. So I consider myself started in 2014, so like 9 years. And until the pandemic, I was on stage 6 to 12 times a week. You know, now I get on stage 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah.
You ever get up there and just totally bomb and the crowd is just fucked? And that is what's the worst feeling, that or like a match where no one's fucking caring?
Well, there's never a match where nobody's caring because I will elicit an emotion out of you. If I have to come up and fucking punk you, you know, like you're going to do something. I'm going to make people feel something. Yeah. Whether they boo me or cheer me, you're going to do something. At comedy, I just came back from doing 6 shows, actually like 7 shows in Vegas. I did 6 actual shows, 2 shows a night, went Tuesday, 2 Wednesday, 2 Thursday. And the first 4 shows were like, they went horrible. I bombed my fucking ass off because I was taking chances. I'm taking chances with new material. But then the one show that I needed to go well at the actual comedy club at the Oyo went pretty fucking well because it's set up for comedy. You know, like I do some bar shows that aren't set up for comedy, or a show where not everybody there knew that there was comedy going on.
Yeah. I've thrown comedy shows at a dive bar in Vallejo a couple of times. So
yeah, you let me.
I always experienced that. Like, just you don't always get the huge turnout. And Fallen down there, I booked him as an opening act for.
I might as well got shit thrown at me, dude.
A bunch of local comedians, and I think I gave him like originally I was giving him 10, but then like after about 5 was kind of like
bro, fucking 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Most open mics that you get like here in San Diego in the clubs, 3 minutes, and you got. Like, very rarely, and this is just the honesty, very rarely, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 15, 1 out of 20 even sometimes, will I do good on a 3-minute set.
Yeah.
But some of my best sets have been, like comparably, like, had people rolling on the floor or happen in 3 minutes. because you'll catch a wave, and that tells you the same thing. Like I will do sometimes, especially when I was doing like 3-4 mics in a night, I do the same 3 to 5 minute set 4 times in a night, 3 times in a night, and it would be completely different reactions, just because of like a half of a second of a pause in the right place, or you have an audible audience. You know, I've had shows I've done at weed dispensaries where there have been like 150 people, and it's like almost dead silent, and then afterwards they're like, "That was the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Why did you laugh?" And they're like, "Well, we were really fucking stupid."
Do you do comedy? Oh, go ahead, man. Like, but do you do comedy like in the Dirty Ron gear?
No.
Or you just do it as yourself?
You know, it's a different act. Ooh, man, there's a lot of hash in this blunt.
Yeah.
No, it's a totally different thing. Because with Dirty Ron or with wrestling, it pays to be brash, pays to be exuberant, it pays to be extraordinary, right? Like in comedy, it's almost like I have to accept the fact that I look like a dumb jockey bro, fucking cocksucker, maybe a little racist. You know, like I
it's not ginger hate, dude.
It's a lot of self-deprecating humor.
It's the Jew deprecation, and it's that ginger hate. They're like,
whoa. Did you just use the hard R?
Oh shit!
Word?
No, look,
gingy.
we use the hard Y here. That's what we.
Yeah,
do.
we use the hard Y. My bad.
Well, if I can be fair, if you don't think that the G word is a racial slur, let me
got
school
no
you
freckles
up.
though, so you're daywalking,
School you up.
right?
The G word and the N word are the same letters, just rearranged.
It's true. Yeah.
So
not just a hat rack over there. That's
it's the hard R that gets me. It's not even the use of the G word. It's the hard R. So if you're gonna call me that word, put an A on the back of that shit. I can be your ginger.
Ginger. All right. Yeah. There we go. You heard it here first.
For anybody listening out there that comes up to me on the willy nilly with some shit like that, don't be pulling that shit because you gotta get approval from one of us.
Dude,
one of us.
That makes total fucking sense.
Yeah, look, he's a nice ginger because he doesn't have that many freckles, so he didn't steal that many souls yet.
Well, I'm a daywalker. Like honestly, 99.8% of us are drop dead fucking hideous. And I think I'm in that 0.02% that's not absolutely atrocious to look at. So, I attest that to going out in the sun and actually trying to fight skin cancer face to face. So,
I got some red hairs in my beard, but luckily they're going gray now. So dodge that bullet.
What do you mean, luckily? Hey.
Shit, I look like a gray-haired Jesus, so I ain't got nothing much to say, and I'm a carpenter, so fuck.
Just a bunch of Jew boys here, dude. It's all good,
It's all good in the camp.
Oh snap! Are we in a fucking concentration camp right now?
Yeah, man. Did you understand the train ride on the way in?
Oh snap! That's what that was.
Well, we were like, hey, this is kosher baloney.
Yeah. Oh shit. We're Ausha shits.
Yeah,
we're in the house of Ann Dank.
Yeah.
So when you came out with that, I mean, I probably came late to seeing the Dirty Ron unveil, or like I'm not sure if it was in XPW or not, but that's the first time I've seen the Dirty Ron character was like your first match in XPW. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm like, this shit is great. Look at his character work and fucking everything. I'm like, this is something I haven't seen. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: you gotta grab people's attention. When I moved down to San Diego early 2017, I started doing my fist combat thing as I always wanted to, which was in bars. Yeah. We found pool halls, we found strip clubs to run in. Like I'm running in a brewery now out here, and and my little underground warehouse. So like, I'm all about that underground fucking gritty shit. Like here's what I don't want. I don't want to be fired. I want to be able to be fired because I have been fired too many times. Yeah. I kind of want to be my own boss and work with people that understand what I'm trying to do. That underground, in your face, fucking grassroots punk rock.
Yeah.
sort of entertainment. You know, like I got a
100.
ring, I give my little insurance or whatever, but you're not going to see corporate sponsors ever even interested in us because I go out there and I say some risky shit.
That's
Some
just
of our
like us.
Same
Yeah,
thing with
well,
Hoodcast, man.
Yeah.
the characters we have on our show are always like cops and fucking, where do you think Judge Joe Dredd came from? I gave him that gimmick, you know, like
Yeah.
I trained that guy from top to bottom. You know, I'm so proud that the one student that I ever had graduate my school is out there on pay-per-view, fucking run across the country doing CZW, doing RPW, doing the shit with us, doing the shit with XPW.
Yeah.
You know, like it's awesome to see that because like that's what I get the most. I get the most gratification out of that. You know, like I love this shit. But look at Dredd. Look at myself. We gotta go out there and we gotta fucking shove it down your throat. Show people, hey man, I don't give a fuck how you feel about me. I just care that you feel about me. Look at Jake Paul. You know, guys like that. We're under the same. We're cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather. You know, I noticed real early on with Ric Flair, with like Gorgeous George, with characters like that, with superstar Billy Graham. You know, hey, it pays more to be a heel.
Yep.
Sure, people cheer me. They buy my shirts. They buy my little action figures, tight. But like everything I do is heel. I come out, I say, I'm here to do three things. I'm here to get fucked up, fuck somebody up, and then when I'm done with that, I'm fucking your girlfriends and your side bitches and your side bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm coming out to say some shit to make you feel something.
Yeah.
You know, like when I started the character, it was all about creative ways of kicking people in the dick.
Hey, cutting back to like, I seen those posts before of like your action figures, man. Are you making those yourself? Are those customs?
Doug, I found this guy, and don't ask me for the info. I ain't giving out to anybody. I found this guy at a lucha show in LA. He was doing all these customs, hand painted. You know, he's Mexican as fuck. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, Olale, arriba la raza. You know what I'm saying? Like looking like Conan is a motherfucker. But Conan WCW, not Conan fucking old man Conan now. So I found this guy. He did this shit. He made me order 50 of them, and I got them. You get my charger on there. And you know, and I ordered my first 50, sold them out real quick, bought another 100, working through those. Yeah. You know, it's not. They're dope looking. They're really dope. I was really happy with them, and you know, people ask me, and I go, let me get his info for you, and then I never do.
Right? Yeah. I think they're like,
you got to keep the plug to the being your plug. You know,
they're in the style of like kind of old school Jax figures. I think I'm not sure exactly, but
they look like the La Polga specials. They look like the kind of La Polga type figures that good old traditional shit. Or just,
they're fucking dope, man.
Yeah,
they're bigger than my dick, so they're like 4.5 inches or something.
Even better.
You know, yeah, man, they're fucking dope. I love them. People like them. Yeah. You know, I got them at a good price. But you know, I actually have shared it with a couple people. But you know, you gotta have different new shit. I mean, like that's basically what we are. You know, as merchandise salespeople. You know, I'm going on this tour this fall that I set up. You know, I used to tour a bunch before pandemic. You know, I was out there a bunch doing my own little tours and shit. So. Yeah. I can't wait to get back out there doing 7.5 weeks, 8 states, 11 cities, a couple of them repeating, doing Chicago a few times, Detroit a few times. I'm doing those theater brutality shows. So, you know.
Yeah, I saw those listed. So XPW taking the theater brutality on the road. That's pretty cool, man. I remember seeing the few of them at his burger shop.
Yeah.
Which I've always wanted to go to ever since I seen it. Ooh.
You know, I told him once some shit started, I go, hey, man, fucking fly me out. You ain't got to pay me nothing. I'd love to host them. Because, you know, I don't think very many people are familiar with my fist combat, nor should they be. But what we were able to do last year is there's 23 full event live streams from last year. Full events. And like, not only do we do commentary and cut the commercials, I made a bunch of like parody commercials. Like fucking Psycho Sid scissors and shit like that, or like Hulk Hogan's Hogan for fucking hair. Ric Flair's Woo, like the Calvin Klein scent. You know, like I put some funny shit like that, you know, and I got to have a lot of fun doing commentary.
Yeah.
And putting together broadcasts. And so I saw a future with that, with those theater brutalities, and I've been on Rob Black's ass.
Yeah.
So let me do some. So full disclosure, like I put these shows together. I booked the venues, you know, and I was like, Rob, I'm doing these shows. So if you want me to brand them theater brutality, I'd love to.
Yeah.
So we're doing that, you know, and in some form or fashion, we're not going to announce it yet. We did announce the on-sale dates coming on sale this Monday, August the 7th for San Diego, September 9th, Chicago, October 20th to 21st, and then Detroit on Friday, November the 3rd. All those are on Eventbrite. But, you know, I told him I was going to do these shows, and then he let me brand them Theater Brutality. So, you know, they're going to feature a lot of XPW regulars, a couple new faces, no rings, bands, and the shows are going to be dope as shit.
That is awesome. Speaking of like who, if there's what young lions, I guess the term would be, or young up and comers, would you say people should go look out for coming up on the scene?
Well, I just turned 40 like last month, so everybody's young to me. You know, it's weird. People like when I have conversations with people about young guy or, you know, like whatever, what's going on now, as I was like, man, I started so long ago. Yeah. And like, I've always been around like shit. There was a couple wrestlers I traveled with every Wednesday to NWA TNA in Nashville from like 2002, 2003. So I was around, you know, like high level guys real early on. So like a lot of these guys that started even like John Cena, to me, he's a coworker. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard for me, even though I am admittedly a John Cena fan.
Yeah.
Very few guys that started anywhere after that. Am I like, oh, I'm a big fan of that guy? It's like, yo, we're in the same category, and I like their work.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's just super cool not to be, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you're in the
I
business.
was just asking because, like, I know a lot of people, they're like, because me and him have introduced a lot of people to like the independent deathmatch wrestling and shit. With the TexAF podcast and sometimes on the Hoodcast show. So I was just wondering, like, what young guys that was all just like, I'll name off Anthony Hauser. I think he wrestled with you as a title holder, Aiden something. What are your thoughts on him?
You know, here's what's up. Fucking when I had my legal issues, which just to be brief on it, not only were all the charges dropped, that there has been, you know, interviews, you know, with my wife and I that, you know, really cleared everything up. You know, everything kind of was a misunderstanding. People don't know the legal system, and they don't know the difference between somebody getting arrested for something and then charge being dropped by all parties, and no convictions there. So, you know, truth of the matter is, I've cleaned my life up a lot since all that happened. You know, I've been mostly sober, nothing court ordered. You know, I'm taking anger management classes, which I haven't missed a class yet, and you know, we're going on my 8th month of those. So I was able to clear some things up. But here's what a lot of people have: fucking opinions, and it's none of their goddamn business. And since people want to make it their business, everything's been cleared up and addressed. So with that, saying that, there were a lot of people, and it has affected me in a lot of ways. There were a lot of people that want to focus on charges, and they don't want to focus on how that played out in a legal system. They don't want to focus on the people that involved and what their explanation was.
Well, once you're accused, you're considered guilty.
Oh, that guy is a piece of shit. I'd never work with him. Like, they say the same shit about Ian Rotten, but they always go work for Ian. Ian gives them that call. They're like, RWA? Yeah, I'm there. You know, it's just one of those things. But because I was just asking, because me and him, he's a mutual friend of me and Guido. I'm not if you know Guido, Ref of Death, Fucking.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
another,
I love
that's another
Guido.
one of my super close friends.
I fucked with Guido when I was up at Hood Slam before
Yeah.
those guys became fucking prima donnas.
Oh, dude, they fucking shit all over you, man. And
Dude.
I don't understand it. I'm like, because I know one of the dudes. I'm not gonna drop his name because it's really fucked up the situation he was in a long time ago. But out in Lake County, but he's had a little promotion, and then they jumped him and stole the ring and the belts. And then he asked me to live at my house with his 3 kids and his wife. But I'm not gonna drop his name. But he worked for them, and that guy is a fucking piece of shit. Oh, you like Dirty Ron? You're a piece of shit. I'm like, he entertains me as a character. I want to be entertained.
That's what it is. Hey, people want to act like, oh, since I'm a wrestler that goes by my real name or a variation of a real name. I'm a real person. Look at me. Like, hey, man, draw that fucking line. It's nobody's business what goes on in people's personal lives. Okay. And like, straight up, it's nobody's fucking business. Like, I grew up and where you didn't talk about religion or politics. Right. And I think that shit should be legit. Call it old school, call it whatever the fuck you want. And here's why, straight up. First of all, it's nobody's business. And it's the reason you don't talk about that is because it's controversial subjects. They can get people all riled up. Yeah. Get you all your emotions up. And you know what? That's nobody's fucking business.
Yeah.
It's nobody's business.
And that's how I always try to explain to other wrestling fans when they would attack guys like you or G Raver. And I was like, is there any actual legal proof? Like,
there's somebody trying to draw.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, what you guys do privately is not our business.
Well, I don't know G Raver's situation. I'm not here to speak on it. I do know somebody's situation, somebody that I booked a lot of times, Joey Ryan. Somebody tried to draw a parallel between Joey Ryan, the abuser, and Dirty Ron, the potential abuser. Here's what's up. That guy's got 17 girls came forward about sexual allegations. What we're talking about is a one-time incident that happened inside my household that was cleared up by all parties. Yeah. So, and what I had happen is nobody's fucking business. That happened inside my household between 2 parties. Plus, we've explained ourselves, both of us, very adequately. And also on top of that, hey, let me go back to it. It's nobody's fucking business. And anybody that has repeat, I've never had any legal issues prior to that, or since that, ever at all. Clean slate.
Yeah, because I remember we've had a discussion because I was trying to link you up with my buddy Jesse Amata out in Canada to go out to do some Canadian wrestling, and then they're asking these questions. I remember having this conversation, and you were clean, and all of a sudden, I don't know, all of a sudden the internet shitstorm hit. And it was like, fuck, dude. And that was like the year I've been trying to get you for a goddamn interview. Shit.
Straight up, I don't have a need to go to Canada or Japan. Like, Canada ain't gonna let me in. Japan can't smoke weed there, so fuck that. I ain't trying to get all Matt Seidel up in that motherfucker.
Yeah. But yeah, so you go back to Joey Ryan, they did bad on him, dude. When he was at a regular shoot job at fucking Disneyland, they posted that picture, and then all of a sudden he lost his job. I was like, dude.
That's bullshit, too, honestly.
Dude, he went from TV and pay-per-view to working at Disneyland, and you guys got to make it your business to fuck him over again.
That was bullshit. Even though all that shit and Joey Ryan's a piece of shit as a human being, don't fuck with the guy's job. It's fucked up, man.
The Joey Ryan I remember is with Scott Lost. Like, years ago, he teamed with Scott Lost, and there was a third guy, and they were frequents at APW Garage in Hayward. Roland always bring him in all the time. And I remember him just being a quiet-ass dude. And then
he's a weirdo.
Yeah. And then
he was always a weirdo.
Yeah, not as weird as fucking Simon Gotch, that motherfucker.
Oh, is that too weird?
Oh, dude, we caught him slapping palm in the fucking tape room at AEW or APW fucking to anime.
Hey, listen, if you think that's weird, man, you ain't even dipped your toe into the fucking weirdo pool.
Look, was it tentacle porn? I mean, what's wrong with that, dude?
I don't know.
Bro, okay, check this out. I knew someone was fucked up with Joey Ryan. Because I was on indie shows with that motherfucker a couple years before all that shit came out, and the motherfucker was changing in the girls' dressing rooms. I was like, "The fuck's up with this? So why is this dude changing? It's just he identifies as a girl. Like, I don't even get what's going on here." Yeah. But that motherfucker was like changing in the girls' locker rooms. I get dude's a weirdo. Dude was always a weirdo.
You don't want to get made fun of. Maybe there's not much.
I'd still take that boat ride
hanging down there to grip. He just. it looks like an inverted vagina. He's just trying to cover it up.
Oh no, he's got a nice dick from what I hear.
It's funny too because I know 3 of the girls that were involved in that whole speaking out shit against him, and I just looked at him like, but you have a fucking OnlyFans page, like the fuck, the hell, dude.
Here's what I don't get. I mean, like, it's got to be something fucked up in their heads.
Yeah.
You know, like pedophiles, they got some shit fucked up in their head. You know, like, it's just like what, like, if you can get pussy,
yeah, why
do you need to take it?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
well, it's like
the dude's he was a weirdo, and he fucking attacked girls that were close to him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like trying to fuck Marilyn Manson and not expecting weird shit to happen. Like, if Marilyn Manson didn't try weird shit during sex, then I would think something's wrong with Marilyn Manson.
I mean, none of that shit's confirmed yet, but there's a lot of weird shit about Marilyn Manson. But still, you know, I think everyone's allowed some form of retribution, and you know, you don't know if any of this shit is true. It's all on the fucking internet, so you're getting juiced by reading everyone's fucking shit on there, and you're going,
no paperwork. As they say on those YouTuber shows, no paperwork. It's all like so-and-so said this on Twitter. So Pamela said that she was physically attacked by so-and-so and so-and-so and forced to have sex at the hotel. And you're like, and then next thing you know, you see on the fucking Murder, Death, Kill Club, oh, cancel fucking so-and-so. Cancel. It's like,
it's weird. Hey, man, fuck the internet. Fuck the internet trolls. Fuck the internet wrestling fans. Fuck the whole internet wrestling community. They can all suck my red pubed fucking dick. I fucking hate them. I hate the internet. I fucking think it's the dumbest shit ever. It's fucking a bunch of people that never should have had an opinion that anybody give a shit about. And it's a bunch. See, here's the thing. It got all convoluted when 4chan and shit was out there trolling people, and idiots thought the shit was real. See, I don't even know what's real and what's a troll anymore, and nobody else fucking does either. And everybody else has trolled themselves into a shoot. They worked themselves into a fucking shoot, and nobody knows what's real anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, hold on. Are we all friends? Are we all buddies? Do we not want people that have legitimate beef in wrestling to get out there and show off their skills with one another? We all have to be best friends. Since when is that the reality of the fucking world? Nobody's been best friends with everybody. But you know what? We all punch our fucking clock and go to goddamn work and earn money. And anybody that's trying to take money out of somebody's pocket because of some possible mistake that they made in their life are the worst fucking people. Y'all don't know those motherfuckers.
It's a small fucking community who does it.
Nobody should be letting these motherfuckers out here controlling who makes an income and who doesn't. Okay, we're all out here playing characters, and ain't nobody's fucking closet clear skeletons. Ain't no fucking body. Now
it's
Brett Lauderdale, not Joey Janela, not fucking Tony Khan. Ain't nobody's closet clean. All right. Yeah. And you know what? You know who else? You know who talks shit? People that ain't got shit going on in their life.
Yeah.
Like Hood Cass.
Add up every person that has an opinion about me or anybody else that goes out there and tells you their opinion publicly or semi-publicly. They all ain't got they all got shit to do.
Yeah.
You don't see me going out here talking this shit on the internet. I ain't gonna spend my time.
Right.
I ain't spending my time commenting on people's shit or commenting with people that have some shit to say.
Oh,
I got my shit to say.
Double D, Danny D, he'll fucking troll you for fucking days. It's fucking ridiculous. I've said some shit about ICW. Like, when I first started watching it, it was cool. It was cool shit. But then, like, we're 50 shows in, but I don't remember shit from those shows because it all melds in. It's the same shit.
He took a chance. Indie wrestling. How many indie wrestling promotions actually pop? GCW was fucking lucky. They got lucky on that Joey Janela fucking spring break thing. They're giving a variety ass show at the time. And the dude, Brett, you got to give him kudos, man. That dude did it better. He had a better turnout from his plan than Paul Heyman, than fucking any indie promoter in the history of the game. Fucking not Gabe Sapolsky, not Hunter Johnson, not fucking Delirious, not Jeff Jarrett. Ain't nobody even come close to doing it the way that Brett Lauderdale did.
And it's funny, too, because Lauderdale used to work for the E, too. Back in the day. I'm
good
like,
for him.
That shit's pretty crazy. I like how he did. Like, GCW had a great mix of shit, but now it seems like some shit got cut out. And when XPW reemerged, being from California and a California boy, dude, like, that was my shit. That was his shit. That was just so many people are like, this is us. Finally, California is representing this shit. And I like the way that Rob Black is still running it like he used to back in the day, where we have an excellent mix of fucking wrestling. You know? And
let me tell you what needs to happen, right? XPW is fucking out there murdering it, and they put on a top-notch quality show with the best out there doing it every fucking show. It's a better card top to bottom from any other promotion out there. And here's the thing, is that I think generally independent wrestling fans read too much into the internet.
Yeah.
And once you really give XPW a chance, there's no chance in hell that you're not going to tune in every week. They put out a weekly free show, almost weekly XPW TV, almost weekly.
Yep.
They put out the best quality pay-per-views at $20 a piece. Sure, it's a little bit more expensive, but so was GCW at the beginning until they were able to cut back and do quantity over quality, you know? And that's what you're going to get quality every time with XPW. Yeah. Rob Black is a genius when it comes to being able to elicit a reaction out of people.
Yeah.
He's better at it than Paul Heyman ever was. Yeah. And I'm saying that because Paul Heyman was heavy on the characters.
Yeah.
And although I'm talking as a person, Rob Black really understands how to get a fucking reaction out of people.
What about the timing?
Who the fuck is the Body, and where the fuck did he come from? Who? That guy is fucking nuts, dude. That match with Big fucking Joe and the goddamn syringe through the ding ding. Like, I had a feeling something like that would happen. I was like, nah, he's never gonna go that far. But like, I'm like,
that was a Body idea.
You come
that was
from,
a Body
dude?
idea. Body hit me up about doing that spot, right? Like, I ran into Body doing a Horror Slam show in May of last year up in Detroit. And I'm pretty sure they stiffed him on that fucking fat cunt. Rachel, hey, pay up the Body and fucking pay me for the rest of my flight, you fat cunt. I met him there. Great. They got it. You know what? They're doing good things for fucking giving people a spot. Yeah. But they need to come off that bread because she sure as fuck don't need it. But I met the Body up there. Hungry kid. That dude's going to be featured on the Theater Brutality shows. He's great. He comes up with innovative ideas. He's young. He's hungry. He's a fucking degenerate piece of shit. I love it.
Yeah. I got another personal friend of mine, Peter Be Beautiful, Peter Sideshow. You ever do business with Pete?
No, he hit me up. I think we're going to get him on one of them Theater Brutality shows in Chicago. So
nice,
clip this up and send it to him.
Cool, man. That's a good friend of mine. I always wondered if you guys did business. I'm like, because he gets hated on too a lot. And I'm like,
for what? Let me take notes.
They try to Ian Rodden him and shit, saying that he tried to get over on people. But I'm like, he's always been a solid dude. And I've been known Pete for like 6-7 fucking years now. Since
when you say Ian Rodden get over on people, what do you mean?
Like would book people, or like same shit Mr. California does, Marvin, where he books in people and then he doesn't pay him shit, doesn't pay him their flight. Like JC Bailey almost beat the shit out of him, you know, like because I'm friends with the Joe Bailey, so I heard a lot about that shit too. So it's just like
I think even taking money.
Ian Rodden just kind of like carnied. I guess you'd call it carnied.
Oh, I'm well aware of Ian Rodden.
Oh, okay.
I started doing some referee shit for Ian Rodden back in like 2003.
Yeah.
I was always rolling around with Seidel and Delirious, and they always got me hooked up.
Yeah.
So I know Ian well enough.
Yeah.
Hey, some of the timing on the XPW shows, I don't know about the weekly show, but some of like the bigger pay-per-views, they seem to like run on for like a long period of time. You know, I sit there and get a little tired, and I look around at my buddy. I'm like, "Wait, what's going on, man? I'm falling asleep here. Not because of the matches, just, dude, it's a long time of wrestling. It's like fucking WrestleMania 2 fucking days.
I don't think
really
shows need to
fucking
be 4 or
long.
5 hours. The 4 or 5 hour show is too
like a
long.
7-hour show. Fuck.
Let me kind of deflect on this. I'm not sure exactly if it's a question, but I'm gonna treat it as such, and I'm gonna say it like this. What the opportunity that I'm being given to produce the Theater Brutality shows, I'm hopefully the plan is to give a production unlike any other wrestling is presented. I want to be memorable. I want to be eye-catching. I want to be able to captivate you as an audience. I want you to be engaged for the entire time. And I think that that's what we're going to do with that, and I'm very excited about that opportunity. Yeah, really more than anything. Because
I sure appreciate that theater to show up in here in West Texas. Lubbock.
Well, my boy Chewy does shit up there, right? Amarillo, where he's not too far.
Yeah, I'm in Lubbock. So so what we have around here is Square Circle Pro, which is more of like an edgier adult thing because it's at a bar, and then we have Rampage, which is kind of like the family-friendly Saturday night WCW that used to air in the mornings instead of Saturday night, Yeah. And I've been going to the shows. I like the SCP shows. Like they finally booked somebody that I actually was familiar with, and that was Manser, not Manser, but Mance, or the one called Manders. I always get those fuckers confused. And it sucked because they went there and they booked him there against their champion, which he took that motherfucker to the limits. But like the crowd didn't know who he was, and I'm like, it'd be dope if something more like traveling state to state or some shit actually came here and kind of like these people need better wrestling, man.
Well, here, let me put it to you like this: is that you have to realize that you're in the far minority with your opinion about that. Yeah. Because here's what's up. As a comedian, I learned this lesson more than I ever did with wrestling. Is that it's always about understanding the audience and giving them the show that they expect, right? So when you say wrestling to people, if they've ever been exposed to wrestling, which almost everybody has, it's in some form or fashion WWE, more than likely. Yeah. And the way that they understand WWE is big guys that are wrestling, and you have somebody to boo, and you have somebody to cheer, and sometimes if they're new to wrestling, they don't even understand that. I've done some shows like up in the mountains here in San Diego where there's 100 people there, and they've never seen wrestling before in their lives, and you literally got to say, boo this guy. Yeah. Boo this guy. Boo, boo. Yeah. Right? And you gotta understand it. So when I put on a show at a fair where there's thousands of people there and it's whatever to get in. Yeah. And I gotta understand what kind of show to give them. I'm not doing death match in front of them, or if I'm doing a show at my warehouse where there's we can fit 120 people here and they all know what they're getting, and they get very easy to know characters, the cops, the fucking, McGruff the crime dog, fucking, the flippy fucking 80s metal hair guy,
I like it too, because you are making valid points, but like also going to these shows, looking at the crowd. So like now I found the subsets in the crowd. So there's like the frat boy, like could have played football in college, but hurt his knee, works construction, and all those girls. Then we got like the maybe 3 teeth between them all, the meth group. And it's funny because when you see these shows, I mean, the crowd's just as much as the show as the wrestlers. Absolutely. And a point. But like, I'm trying to, I think it's out here is just the pacing. Like if you have 30 wrestlers, you don't need to book all 30 of them on the show.
Jesus Christ. Ain't that the truth? I do shows of 4 or 5 matches.
Yeah.
And they're good. And curtain to curtain, they're taking 25 to 30 minutes. The main event's taking curtain to curtain 45 minutes, including entrances, ring announcements, fucking promos, which are very important. And a lot of indie guys just can't cut a promo. They fucking blow at it.
Dude, the promos out here are fucking devastating.
Hey, my name's Jim Bob,
Yep.
and I'm going to fight Lex Thunder. And he looked at my sister the wrong way, and I was like, I'm taking my sister home tonight. Ain't nobody getting with my sister except me. You know, they do shit like that.
Now shout out the tagline Game Time.
I think you're doing that a little too well because now I'm invested.
Shout out the tagline.
No, see, now you want to see Jim Bob wrestle, don't you?
Yeah, but
if they
have
had
Jim Bob
cadence
say
like
Game
that,
Time.
if they cut promos like me, fucking
that motherfucker, that's out here. That's literally like a dude out here, and he goes Game Time, and I'm like,
yeah. Mike, you played that dude. You were Spike Finch, dude. You were that overall wearing dude.
I was Farmer Flinch, the Mendocino County fucking farmer, wrestled in Sumatawaka.
See, and here's the thing:
35,000 tax.
All these guys take themselves so seriously. I'm a clown.
Yeah.
That does baby powder cocaine to get powered up like Mario Brothers. Okay.
Yeah.
We're fake fighting in our fucking fancy underwear. We all need to quit taking ourselves so goddamn seriously. And remember, my point was you got to feed the crowd. So if I do a comedy show and there's 100 people there and they don't laugh at my shit, whose fault is that? It ain't their fault that I told the wrong jokes. I didn't listen to the comedians before me. I didn't read the audience. I didn't change the material to fit the audience. And that's what you got to do. See, I can do a match that is going to be palatable to any crowd. Whether it's a fair, whether it's on XPW pay-per-view or what, because you're also not going to see me do a whole lot of dangerous shit or fucking high difficulty shit. I'm going to stick to the basics. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to make you feel something, love or hate me. You want to see something done to me. You want to see me either kick ass or get my fucking ass kicked. No in between. You don't feel neutral about me. And I make you feel that every time. I don't expect you to know who I am when I come out there. That's why the first thing I say is, my name is Dirty Ron McDonald. And you ain't going to forget that shit.
Who would win in a fight? Dirty Ron McDonald or Matt Bourne Doink?
Matt Bourne was a real badass. I'm 5'8" on a good day. But I tell you, you want some fucking sip on some tea? I swear to God, I've been looking for this match. Danny DeManto, please get in a boxing ring with me. Please. We can sell pay-per-views, motherfucker. I want to slap them tits around more than I've wanted to slap a pair of tits around in my entire life. Please, Danny DeManto, please quit being a bitch, right? Fucking everybody knows that I'm fucking known for hitting bitches with tits. Yeah. So Danny Double D DeManto, step your bitch ass up. Finally sell more than 100 pay-per-views so you can pay the undercard more than $10. Danny DeManto, holler at your boy. Let's fucking sell some pay-per-views. Hey,
gloves.
Get yourself into some shape.
Are we going regulation gloves? Regulation weight gloves? Like I think 16 ounces. Because he's only got about one sling in him, and then he's dropping.
Listen, he made fun of my wife out of nowhere, right? Yeah. And he had some shit to say. And I said, let's back up. After the GCW shit, him and Ian Rotten both canceled me. Like, oh, you canceled me. Like, oh, no. Like, all right, you didn't pay for my flight already anyway. Probably weren't going to pay me once I got out there. So I fucking comically talked some shit. Like, so somebody got fucking, stabbed at one of their shows, and I was like, it might have been me because they unbooked me. Obviously a joke. And Danny had some shit to say and then talked some shit about my wife. I was like, hey, bro, you're going to pay for that shit the next time I see you.
Because he's got shitting mittens gassing him up. He's like, oh, Daddy Danny. Oh, Daddy Danny. You see this boy? He's talking shit. Because to me, it's him and fucking shitting mittens, dude.
Do you think, I want to hear your answer.
Online. What?
Do you think if I fucking saw Double D Tip Boy Danny DeManto, if I saw him and I smacked him in the face, open hand smack, not a punch, open hand smacked him.
Yeah.
Where like like a man smacked you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not like his little boy Schmidt and Mittens.
Not a Will Smith, Chris Rock slap.
No. Like I don't care. Even if he's got a good base, he might get knocked back on his little titty boys. Do you think if I smacked him that he would call the cops on me?
Probably. I'm pretty sure you would. He'd be like, "Whoop that guy, Dirty Ron, in his fucking shitty, fucking whiny New York accent. That fucking guy, call the cops."
Is it one of those knockout slaps where they get fucking knocked the fuck out?
No. See, I'm an accurate pugilist. I would smack him in a manner that he would know that I was there, but I wouldn't tighten my wrist 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I smack him so he would know it's not Tuesday. I make sure that if he has some spaghetti in his mouth from the dinner before that, fucking I knock some of that shit loose. But
I was gonna say the double smack. You got to smack him twice across the mouth so he has the lips, red clown lips.
No, because I told him he'd pay for it. Like that wasn't punch worthy. He called my wife a meth head, which she's in fucking amazing shape. So like he can suck a big old fat dick. And you know what? I told him he'd pay for it the next time I saw him, and I'm a man of my word.
Well, no, I mean he runs all his mouth talking that shit about like he would show up at XPW at the Heart. That still ain't happened yet. I'm like, he said XPW wasn't going to sell tickets at the Heart. Oh no, it looks like they sell tickets watching those fucking pay-per-views. At least I pay $20 for those instead of $10 a month for 30 other promotions.
What are we crying? What are we crying about? Fucking 50 people difference? Like suck a dick, bro. Like he's so that dude is fucking. Okay, listen. I know I'd go into let's play fantasy booker. Dirty Ron versus fucking Fatty DeManto in a 5 2-minute round boxing match with 16-ounce gloves and headgear if he's a pussy. I'm down to take it off. 14-ounce gloves, 12-ounce, I don't care. Gloves, 5 2-minute rounds. How does it look to you guys? What do you think happens?
Yeah.
Would he take the match?
I don't think he would.
No,
I think he's been dodging it this long.
Yeah.
I think he turned into what most people are, is keyboard warriors. Granted, he's got his promotion running, but like I don't think he's action as he is. Like,
I think it's possible. It depends on where.
I want to see Masada slap the shit out of him for him running his mouth about Masada too. Like,
he ran shit about Masada.
Yeah.
Great. Give me another reason. Like seriously, like if I knew for a fact that little pussy wouldn't fucking call the cops on me, I would bitch smack him so hard, and I'd make sure everybody saw it and everybody got it on video. Yeah. And you know what? Maybe I might just look up a local law or two and find when he's gonna be in a place that ain't gonna fucking throw me in jail if I get the fuck out of there, or maybe a place that I ain't gonna perform again. I don't know. He has it coming. He's a bitch. He's a shit-talking fucking cunt. And here's what's up. We would sell pay-per-views. And you know what? At the end of it, I would have a lot of respect for him, honestly, because people that run their mouth deserve to have their fucking cocksucker smacked. Yeah. And that's exactly what that fucker needs. So
when that smack should come? At the end of the match. You guys have a decent fucking match, and it's all over the place. Then at the end, when you go to
should it be a smack or should it be a trout slap?
No. Like I would. Here's what's here. Let me tell you some reality here. This is absolutely true. I just found this out. ICW is running in Chicago on October 14th, and I am booked to host this birthday party fucking rock show in Chicago that night. So, I mean, like, what better place than the fucking gangstar fucking murder capital of the Midwest, maybe the country, maybe the world, the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. What a great place for me to show up to ICW. You know what? They should open the door, because here's what's up. I'm not going to fuck somebody up or jump the rails or do something crazy. Here's what I am here to do. sell pay-per-views. And I'm willing to do that by loaning my face to go on that shit cast that they run over there at ICW. You know what? Let me in the building. Put it on the mic. Let's have a roast battle. I don't give a shit. Put me on the mic anywhere within earshot of fucking Fatty Demented. And I'm telling you, we can sell pay-per-views because finally he can get what's coming to him. And you know what? Hey,
come on, Double D. Come on, Double D. Answer the call, Double D. Answer Ron's call, Double D.
I could get beat.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Mama
I want to see this. Double
Mama
D.
didn't raise no loser.
Ron.
Mama didn't raise no loser. I'll play a little touch butt over there like they do in fucking New Jerk Me. I'll do that shit. I'll play touch butt over like they do in New Jerk Me. I'm Dirty Ron McDonald, motherfucker. Baddest clown in every town, with or without the makeup. You don't fucking need it.
And with that, I don't think we need to say nothing else. Answer the call, Double D. Answer that call, Double D.
We did it.
I think we did it. And
awesome
I'd like to definitely thank you, Ron, for fucking coming on the show. It's
at
been a
Dirty
year.
Dirty Ron. Dirty Ron, everything.
Yep, it's been a year of us going back and forth, some legal issues here and there. I'm glad on the 1-year anniversary of TexAF, I could actually bring the guy that I promised for the first show of Texas AF. And I really appreciate it, man. And what's the next pay-per-view for XPW? Go ahead and start. Shout out your shit that you're doing next.
Man, fucking XPW, the realest brand out there doing it today. StreamXPW.com. Follow me at Dirty Dirty Ron. We got tickets on sale this Monday, August the 7th, for all the Theater Brutality shows coming up. No ring, bands, all that shit. Saturday, September 9th in San Diego. Friday, October 20th, and Saturday, October 21st in Gary, Indiana, right outside Chicago. And then right up into Detroit, Rock City on Friday, November the 3rd. All those are on Eventbrite. Man, oh, shit. And, you know, check out XPW, the baddest shit out there, man. You know, I was born for that shit.
Yeah.
Rob Black's the fucking man. Shout out Rob Black Show, Rob fucking Black Army, all that shit. Shout out my boy Schlack, Masada, fucking Judge Joe Dredd. Get the merch. Watch out, you want the up-and-comer? That motherfucker right there.
Get the merch.
That motherfucker. Get used to that face. Joe Dredd. Yeah. Judge Dredd is rocking the fucking scene. Coast to coast. The judge with the most.
Absolutely. And with that, we don't say goodbye. We say good journey, motherfucker.
Bringing genocide to the gallery.